Greetings and welcome to another Pokemon 2023 or Pokemon Horizons the series anime episode review. This time I am talking about episode 7, so let's get to it. The episode begins with Nidothing preparing and proceeding to record a new video. We can briefly see who is under the costume, though not clearly. The episode then cuts to Liko, who is watching Sprigatito and recording its behavior in her journal. Roy soon appears to challenge her to a battle, which she accepts. However, the battle ends up being just Liko and Roy calling for the same move, Leaf Edge and Ember respectively, over and over again, with Sprigatito and Fuecoco firing their move repeatedly as instructed. Neither lands a hit, and they both eventually tire themselves out to the point that they fall asleep, forcing Molly to declare the battle a draw, much to Liko and Roy's shock. They are all then summoned to the meeting room by Friede, who gives Liko and Roy their Rotom phones, which have been updated. Roy's now has a Pokédex app, while both now have the Rising Bolt Tacklers app. Murdock says that this app has a group chat function, so Liko and Roy can contact them if anything happens. Friede says that this app is a sign that Liko and Roy are officially part of the team. This makes Liko and Roy happy. Roy is also just excited to have a Pokédex, and he says that he will register Rayquaza in it. However, he admits that this will prove difficult, since they don't know where Rayquaza went. Friede tells Liko and Roy to go see Dot, another member of the team who they have yet to meet. She specializes in gathering information, so she should be able to help them locate Rayquaza. Orla comments that Dot is a rare sight, since she almost never shows herself, while Murdock reveals that Dot is his niece, who is around the same age as Liko and Roy. And Friede mentions that Dot made their app, revealing that she can do more than just gather information. At this point, it is pretty obvious that Dot is Nidothing, and this is only reinforced when Liko and Roy approach her room. They hear Nidothing talking, though they dismiss this, believing that Dot is just watching one of Nidothing's videos. While they knock on the door, no one answers. Instead, Quaxly exits the room with a note on it. The note has a drawing of Roy and Fuecoco knocked out, suggesting that Dot won't give the time of day to those she deems lackluster trainers. Acknowledging that their battle did not go well, Liko and Roy go to see Friede, since Liko has an idea. She wants Friede to train them. Friede realizes that they could not see Dot, and he reveals that she is strict and grumpy with trainers. Liko and Roy say that Dot refusing to see them is only part of it. They also just want to be stronger, so that they can say with pride that they are part of the Rising Bolt Tacklers. Roy also says that he and Fuecoco need to be stronger if they want to catch Rayquaza, while Liko says that she wants to be stronger to protect everything and everyone precious to her herself. especially since the explorers might attack again. Seeing their determination, Friede decides to give them some special training, which is having them face him and Charizard, while the rest of the team watches, with Molly serving as referee once again. However, before the battle begins, Captain Pikachu appears with a lightning bolt, like a total badass. He has decided to train Liko and Roy himself. The win condition for Liko and Roy is to land just one hit on him. So, the battle begins with Sprigatito and Fuecoco using Leaf Age and Ember respectively. Both moves clash, thus cancelling each other out before they hit Captain Pikachu. Liko and Roy proceed to just call for the same move over and over again, just like before. Sprigatito and Fuecoco oblige, and they spam their moves, but none of them find their mark, with most of them missing and Captain Pikachu easily and effortlessly avoiding the rest. Liko and Roy decide to attack as one, with Sprigatito using Leaf Age to blind Captain Pikachu, while Fuecoco attempts to land a hit with Tackle, revealing that it knows the move. But Captain Pikachu vanishes, avoiding everything, and he appears behind Sprigatito, who proceeds to use Scratch, revealing that it knows the move. However, Captain Pikachu vanishes once again, and this time it appears behind Fuecoco, who uses Ember. Captain Pikachu disappears once more, and then, suddenly, a lot of copies of him appear, revealing that he has been using Double Team all along. Captain Pikachu taunts Sprigatito, which makes it attack at random, but all it hits are the clones, which vanish and are soon replaced. Liko and Roy are unsure of what to do, so Friede advises them to watch Captain Pikachu closely, but they are still left perplexed. Sprigatito proceeds to attack the clones at random again. This makes Liko realize that if they just keep attacking like this, they will eventually find the real one. As Sprigatito continues to attack, Liko watches Captain Pikachu closely, which allows her to devise the pattern he is multiplying in. Fuecoco soon joins the offensive, which allows them to finally narrow it down to the real Captain Pikachu, who Sprigatito tries to hit with Scratch, but Captain Pikachu jumps to avoid the attack. Since the real Captain Pikachu is now in midair and Sprigatito and Fuecoco have zeroed in on him, it seems like they will finally land a hit. But like before, Sprigatito and Fuecoco fall asleep due to exhaustion. Therefore, Captain Pikachu wins. After the battle, everyone sits down to eat together. This allows Liko, Roy, Sprigatito, and Fuecoco to rest up and recover their energy. Liko and Roy wonder what they are doing wrong when it comes to battling, with Liko realizing that Captain Pikachu was trying to teach them something. Before they can find an answer to their plight, Friede has them battle each other to test what they learned from the training. Instead of spamming moves like in their previous battle, this time Liko and Roy watch each other closely, waiting to see how the other will act. They are both cautious. After a brief stalemate where neither side does anything, Liko and Sprigatito attack first with Scratch, which Fuecoco easily avoids with a jump. Fuecoco counterattacks with Tackle, which Sprigatito avoids by jumping back. Liko and Roy both realize that this battle is not like their previous one. Before, they would just call for moves without caring about what their opponent was doing. But now, they know how their opponent will move and when to order moves. Friede tells them that they are never alone in a battle. They have to watch their opponent closely and command their Pokemon in response to what the opponent does. After this, the battle proceeds smoothly, with both sides avoiding and attacking in tandem. Liko and Roy both exclaim that battles are fun. Roy then tries to end things by singing Fuecoco's song in order to have it fire a stronger than normal ember. Liko has Sprigatito run past the ember, which it does, learning Quick Attack in the process. With its new move, Sprigatito lands a clean hit that knocks out Fuecoco. So Liko and the Sprigatito win. Liko is delighted with the results, and she thanks Friede and Captain Pikachu, while feeling more confident now that she and the Sprigatito are more capable. Roy also thanks Friede and Captain Pikachu, and he says that while he is sad because he lost, he won't lose next time. To which Liko responds that she and Sprigatito will give it their all as well. Roy then receives a message from Dot on his phone. She tells them to go to her room. Clearly, she is now willing to help them since they became more capable trainers. When Liko and Roy get to her room, they are once again met with Quaxly bearing a note. This time the note has a drawing of Rayquaza flying over the Paldea region, revealing where it went. Roy runs off in excitement while thanking Dot. Liko soon follows him after also thanking Dot, and she expresses an interest in her. She wants to learn more about her. The episode ends by giving us another look at Dot, though she is cast in shadows, meaning that we cannot see her face. But there is something we can see, which is that she is indeed Nidothing. So, that's the short but detailed summary of the episode. Now it's time to highlight, analyze, and comment on my favorite moments and or moments that are noteworthy/interesting. In my review of the previous episode, I said that I could appreciate that they made Liko and Roy lose so badly to Amegio, since it shows how weak and inexperienced they are. Which means that they have a lot to learn and that they will surely grow a lot. So I am glad that this episode focused on them getting to train in order to become stronger. I love that they both realized their shortcomings and they were able to get better. I especially love that they both find the battles fun. I was fully expecting Roy to be the battler while Liko would be more passive. But instead, they are both equally invested in battling, which is cool. According to leaked titles, episode 10 will feature Nemona and Brashius. I cannot wait to see if both Liko and Roy will take on Gyms and or Nemona, and if Nemona will be a rival to one or both of them. I am also very excited for the future of Liko and Roy. I am eager to see where they will be 50, 60, 70 episodes from now. With more Pokemon and with Sprigatito and Fuecoco having evolved at least once. It's the same thrill I get when starting my adventure in one of the games. The knowledge that I will go from having just my unevolved level 5 starter to having a full team of fully evolved level 60 plus Pokemon by the end fills me with joy and excitement. It's surprising that Nidothing is part of the Rising Boat Tacklers. I fully expected Nidothing to remain a sort of mascot for the series, appearing in every episode in a video relevant to the subject matter. I knew that her identity would be revealed eventually, but I did not think that it would be this soon, or that she would be part of the main cast of characters. I thought that she would be a minor character. I love that she will have a more significant role, and I cannot wait to see her fully and for her to be properly introduced. But those are my thoughts on and analysis of the episode. Now it's time to bring this review to a close by going over my overall opinion of the episode. So yeah, overall this episode was nice. Sure, it wasn't anything too exciting or cool, and nothing incredibly interesting or important happened. But it still had our new protagonists take a meaningful step forward while also giving us a nice surprise with Nidothing. I really cannot wait for the next episode. But that's the review and the video. So, as always, leave your own thoughts down in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and would like to see more like it, then please consider subscribing to my channel. I love Pokemon and I love making videos on both the anime and the games. Also, please consider clicking the links on screen so that you can check out more videos like this right away. Thank you very much for watching, and let's meet again in the next video.